Very good morning, students. Welcome to online learning program of Alchemy School. Students, we are learning biology of class 9, chapter number. We are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 6, that is tissue. Students, we have learned that in the previous chapter that the functional unit of our life is cell. So in most of the living organisms which are unicellular, each and every function of the body is performed by a single cell. For example, amoeba and paramecium. Their body is made up of single cell, and in the single cell each and every function is performed by the components which are present inside the cell. Means ingestion of food, digestion of food, excretion of food, the intake and given out of the water, exchange of gases, water. Every process is done by a single cell in unicellular living organisms, because their body is made up of single cell. So their body design is very simple. Their body design is not having any complexity. But there are organisms which are multicellular, which are having millions and millions of cells are present inside their body. You can consider all the plant world also inside it. You can also consider many of the examples of the animal world. So plants and animals are having the presence of, many of the plants and animals are having the presence of multicellular organisms which are having many cells, millions and billions of cells inside their body. So in these type of organisms, the function is not performed by only single cell. Single cell, yes, cells are present in multicellular organisms, but each and every cell is functioning on its own. But each and every cell is not performing any big function. It is contributing to perform any second level of the function. Then that second level is contributing to perform another level of the function. And in this way, a single cell and every level of the functioning of cell is contributing in the functioning of a complete body, in the functioning of the complete living organism, whether it is a plant or it is an animal. So a cell is responsible to function on its individual level. But a single cell is not doing everything also. The group of cells are forming tissues. Tissues are doing some specific functions. Tissues are forming organs. Organs are doing their own specific function. For example, stomach is doing the process of secreting some juices and doing some functioning of digestions inside the body. Liver is doing the function of again digestion, but by the secretion of bile juices and all. So in this way, every organ is having its own function. And how this organ can function on its own? Because this organ is having the presence of group of tissues. And these group of tissues are responsible to perform that specific function. So in this way, a single cell is contributing to do the function in the complete body. But above the single cell, there is one more level who is functioning in the contribution, that is tissue. Above tissue, there is one more level, that is organs. So in this way, not only cell are responsible for the proper functioning of our body, tissues are also responsible for the proper functioning of our body, which is another level of the cell to run or to contribute for the functioning in the living organism, in the plants and in the animals. For example, you are having muscles. You are having muscles here. These muscles are having muscular tissues, and these muscular tissues functions are to stretch, to contract, to relax for the day-to-day functioning. Nerve cells, which are forming nerve tissues. These nerve tissues are doing the function of sending the nerve impulses or the message to the different parts of the body. Same way, blood. Blood is also a running tissue which is moving from one part of your body to another part and carrying many important nutrients from the digestive places to different parts of the body. So in this way, the muscular tissue, the nervous tissue, the blood as a tissue are performing a particular function. If these tissues will stop performing that specific function, then the body will stop working. Then it will not work. If the nervous tissue has to send the nerve impulses into the different parts of the body, but the nervous tissue will stop its own function, then the complete body will not get the message. The functioning again got stopped. So same way, there are many different types of tissues in the living organisms, in the plants also and in the animals also, which are responsible for functioning of the living organisms. But tissues are the group of cells. Can we say that if I will collect some of the cells from this part of my body and some of the brain cells, that is nerve cells, some of the cells from the liver, and I will make it a group of cell, can you call it a tissue? No, because this group of tissue is having different tissues inside it, and these different tissues together will not do a common function. They all will do a different function, and they all are together. All will respond differently. So just the group of cell is not called a tissue. The definition of the tissue is the group of cells having same origin and same function. Same function you understood. If this is a group of cell, then all the cells in this tissue will perform the same function. It is must. It is required. And these cells will perform same function in which condition? When they are multiplied or originated from a same cell. If this is a single cell, it will multiply and divide. Then this cell will form a similar kind of group of cells. So if this group of cells are originated from a same origin, then they all are similar. And they all will perform similar function also. Then this is called tissue. But if few cells are coming from stomach, few cells are coming from liver, then their origin is different. Then they are just a group of cells. They cannot be called as tissue. So when their origin become different, then their function will also become different. Then it will not be called as tissue. So tissues are those where the group of cells having same origin and same function. Please write down the definition of the tissue. The group of cells having same origin and same function is called tissue. So tissues are playing a major role in performing different functions successfully in our body. There are plant tissues also, there are animal tissues also. But there is little difference in the plant tissue and animal tissue. Plant tissue is stationary. It is fixed. Plant is moving at its own place. But plant is not locomoting from one place to another place. Plant is at one place only. It is stationary. It is fixed. Plants having different kind of functions inside it, like transportation of water from roots to different part, transportation of minerals from one part to another part. Like this is performed by some vascular bundles and all. On the other hand, in animal tissues needs lot of energy, because animal tissues are moving here and there for their important functionings, like for their work. Animals are moving also for hunting. Animals are also moving to find their mates. Animals are also moving to do their some kind of hard work, like their useful works. Animals are also moving in the search of shelters. In animals, I am considering everybody, the animal world and the human beings, all. These are the important functions performed by the animals. So they are wasting a lot of energy. So their tissue development is having little difference as compared to the tissue development of the plants. So in our next class, we will learn some more differences between the plant tissue and the animal tissue, and then we will pick up each and every tissue one by one and we will study in details. Till then, thank you, stay safe and stay at home.